is going on, everybody? We back here with it with more Khazan for you guys. Getting it on right now. We about to hop back into this. In the last one, you check that right here. It should be up here at the top above my head. A little link. Last one we went through, beat Blade Phantom. That was stressful. I was putting a lot of stress on myself and getting aggravated because I had a funeral to attend in like 20 minutes and we still hadn't beaten the boss. I don't know, like all in all, it only took us about 16 tries. And to be quite fair, like I hadn't really fought him in a minute. So, and we're using the Bard set with extremely low vitality. So, I mean, I was making things harder on myself. Absolutely, 100%. Um, I was supposed to go check and craft a piece of armor, but we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. We're gonna take a look. So what I would like to do is we want to dismantle all epics, and I'll take legendaries. And we want to come craft the set for the spear. And I'm gonna take the 749. Front row 5%, 5%, so that's 10%. Grab the helm. And the pauldrons. So that's all we can craft for right now. That works for me. Supposedly there's like... Oh, okay, that's what we talking about. Okay, bet. Gotcha. I was looking for that the other time and it wasn't available, and I think that's because we were in the other spot. Traveling. So, let's change the attributes. First thing I want to look at is Learn Assault Skyfall. Let's see. Attack damage. We can get between 30 and 76. I'm gonna keep that for right now. 11% stamina recovery. I'll keep. Take the 6.3 stamina damage increase. Yeah, I'll keep that. Oh, what do we have on here? Defense, max stamina, max health. Not too far off from max. Stamina. Get up to 240 with the max health, so we're right there. That's perfect. Stamina only goes up to 117. I'll take the numbers that we have on that piece, so I am Gucci. Come into our gear. I'm gonna unlock this piece. We're gonna lock that piece. Unlock this piece and unlock that piece. I could definitely go with that. That works. That works very well for me. We're 100% gonna be using this the spear for right now. The lightning attribute on that other spear has been really nice, but unfortunately it's over 100 damage lower than that other bit. So we're gonna take that. All right. Continuing on here, we're gonna keep farming it up, keep going with it. We're gonna move on to the next bit, next mission here. So how I plan to run this, just so everybody knows how the series is gonna progress going forward, is I plan to do all main missions in an area. and then we're gonna go back and we're gonna do probably some side missions depending on how long they take us. We might squeeze like 2 or 3 into one episode. So for now, we have the Phantom of Combat up there. We'll go back for that. We're gonna be progressing on the Forgotten Temple here. Let's get it. Ooh, that is, I mean, it's not as badass looking as our other spear, but I'll probably augment the look of it. I'm gonna play with it for right now. I guess we'll go ahead and spin that Lacrima as well. I'm gonna pump our health up.
We feel it. Energy from the netherworld. We must find this temple.
I had to make sure he wasn't going purple and gonna get back up. So I think going forward, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have that permanently on our bar unless our situation deems. I don't like having too much stuff on my bar. That's the deal. It gets too confusing and then it becomes cumbersome to manage in combat. Alright, so right now just the lantern. I feel like that's probably all we're gonna need on there. We're gonna start off with the left here. Just real quick, actually, let's go into our skill tree. Under the common skills, you're gonna come over here to javelin, and one thing you're gonna find is the rest in peace. I would highly, highly recommend you take this skill early on. And the skill says the undead enemy is defeated with a javelin will not rise again. And this is very, very useful as you're going through on your first playthrough. You're gonna find yourself, even in general, even after your first playthrough, you're gonna find enemies that are across the way or in a spot you can't get to quite yet, and they're gonna be undead enemies. And not having to waste a second skill shot with a javelin to hit them again after you kill them is such a boon. Not to mention, sometimes they'll be at such an angle where once they're down on the ground, you can't hit them a second time. There's been a couple of enemies like that, so I would definitely recommend investing into that skill early on. I'm gonna come around here for his loot. Now getting quite good, decent stuff. We're not picking up blue stuff or gray stuff at all anymore. It all seems to be rare, unique, or epic at this point. Hopefully here soon we'll start finding some legendary stuff. That would be really nice. Nope, got the iframes. Let's get it. Knocked him out pretty good right there, son. Let's go. I believe this is the way of progression. We're gonna run back real quick and just double check that we're not missing any paths. That was again where we killed the archer. There is another path down this way. And you'll come around here for an item, some fire enhancer. Very nice. Alright, we ran over this way then, yeah? No, and around the corner over here for another item and a couple of skeleton dudes. waste those guys. Move on through. Hello, sweet king. I'm sweet boy. Alright, and then we're gonna run through here. You wanna come up? You wanna come up? Come on. You know, you're always welcome to jump up on my lap, bud. Come on. Alright, let's take a second. Oh, that was fucking awesome. Yo. Is that because I hit the charge? Come on. Okay, come here. Here, hold on. I gotta put the cap on my lap. Come here. Come here. There you go. There we go. Yeah, here you go, bud. Yes, hello. I love you. He's demanding some attention right now. Alright, we do not want to go up that way just yet. Not while we're loving on the cat. Unfortunately, I can't show off where the jar guys are. I think I've said that before. Ooh, boy is dangerous when you let him get up there. Ooh, we just barely got it. Yeah, who's good kitty? Yeah, you like that fight? He was sitting there watching that whole fight intensely like, yo man, what's going on? Yes, he's demanding mad loves right now. He says, love on me, daddy. Yes, I know. Alright, progressing on through here. Come over here for an item. Watch out for heavy dude hiding behind the corner there. He hardly ever actually sits up here while I'm gaming. He really wants the attention. Alright, look out, look out. Alright, this area is going to be a bit of a troll. You've got a couple of soldier dudes and the big guy that's going to smash us, so you know, have to look out for that. You know, pay more attention to the game and less attention to the cat, I suppose. Blasphemy. Alright. Sorry, y'all. Apologize. We'll just breeze through all of this real quick. Breeze back to where we were here. Oh, you leaving? You leaving? Alright, bad, bad. There we go. Group them up together, take them out. Oh, there we go. We went around that way for the item, back up over here. There's our souls right there. So if you go slowly, you can not whiff on Archer Dude. You walk up slowly. You can, I do believe. Oh, no, you cannot. Well, no. The priority there is to take that dude out. We don't like that dude. Archer bros are very, very annoying.
I want to live, to stay sane, run now. What's in there is worse than anything I can describe.
Alright, and then come around for that soul item, and then through the big door, guys. Alright, let's see where our guy is at. So currently 13% towards level 15. We're looking at 9.4 currently on our spirit return. 0.5 spirit after a successful perfect counter. Ooh, is that? Yeah. Man, you were just in a, yeah, you're in attention whore right now. I see that. Let's see. Phantom form gauge, guard stamina decrease, dodge stamina cost decrease. We may actually go with Conrad the Swift here. I'm gonna unlock him. Dodge stamina. Like I feel like dodge stamina cost is gonna be way. I don't know. We're already packing frontal assault damage onto our build. I'm gonna swap over to this guy and increase damage by 10% for 15 seconds upon performing bring dodge. Okay, bet. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's going to be really good for a dual wield or spear type build. You can do a few of these. Ranged attack damage. I just don't understand why you would. Victory fuels the spirit. Deliver the ghost. Constantine the Devout draws upon the full power of the Phantom of Combat. Strengthens Khazan's defenses. The Swift enables Khazan to slip through danger with ease. So, like, yeah, I just noticed that they each have, like, a little basic description on what they do for your character. We're gonna roll with this guy though, and we're gonna level up that dodge decrease. Hi, you're just a love right now. You're just a love. Is it because I started recording? Like as soon as I sat down, he turned from like bitch don't touch me into like pay attention to me. I tried to love on him when I got home, and he was like, nah. Alright, do watch out for some of these pots. Once you get to this area, some of these pots will start to explode.
There we travel. It looks like they were trying to summon something into the forest. That is happening here.
There we go. Alright, wasted those guys. Proceeding on. Hi. Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh, what is with you? What is with you? Why are you being such a love right now? Yeah, why are you being such a love? Alright, your best bet is to just come in here prepared. There we go. Sneak in close, try and get some AoEs off right there at the beginning, or a nice fat skill. Shouldn't have too much trouble. If your parry skills are on point, you shouldn't have too much trouble with either of these Dragon Warrior types. And if you are, I just recommend, blocking through a few of their combos to try and understand the timing of it, and then practice your bring parries or your dodges. On both of these guys. He make him with. Alright, we will get that item here in just a second. You want to come around here to the right side first to grab it. Now do be aware there's going to be some janky setups. You're going to have a couple of archer guys over here. One reason you do want to come over here is you'll find your bard guy over here. There is a drop down right here. Be careful not to run off and fall off the edge there. Slurp up that handy dandy soul here. Make sure you stop by the bard, see what he got. He's usually got some good stuff. I'd always recommend buying up all of these potions that he has on him. Especially these willpower orbs. Willpower orbs will come in handy highly for you later on in the game, especially if you're hitting a wall with a boss. If you read it here, it says it consumes 3 spirit gauge units and restores health by 50% of max. Now, what I've noticed is it basically restores 50% of your health based off wherever you're at. So if you're at half health, it'll heal you. If you're almost dead, you'll have a little over half health type deal. Definitely worth having. Resets all your stats. We own 6 of these, so he will always have 3 of these every time you come across him. His inventory should come back up. He'll have 3 more. So do keep an eye out for those. You can talk to him. He'll give you all the conversations. If it's your first time around, I highly recommend going through each of those dialogue options, getting to know his character and kind of the role he's going to play for you. Keep an eye out on missions as well. Keep an ear out for his music as well. You might not see him, but you'll hear him. He will appear on multiple levels, and you're going to want to talk to him on each level, exhaust his dialogue, check his inventory, buy that stuff. Especially if you haven't learned how to craft said potions. Then you're definitely going to want to keep an eye out for him. Once you learn the recipes, the blacksmith will be able to craft these potions for you for some minor materials that you should get relative fair amount of throughout your playthrough, so I wouldn't worry too hard about that, especially if you're out exploring, hitting your chests, getting all your items. If you're struggling as well, sitting there farming will also assist you in that matter. We had like low stamina there. We had to wait for it to come back up. Now watch out for the trap on the floor right there. These little doodads will shoot flaming arrows at you. Observe. And those will be in sets of 3. Watch out for that. Both you and enemies can set off traps, so do be aware of that as well. You may be fighting somebody around the trap, and do be aware that they can set off the trap as well. So if they hit that, you want to get out of the way if you can. We already came over here, dealt with that. Let's pop a heal before we fight a giant hammer lizard up here. And then he's going to come down here and join us for a lovely dance. Take the stamina break, that's fine. Get out of here with that, bud. Oh, my dude didn't dodge. Why didn't you dodge? Were we out of stamina? I wasn't watching. Down. This ain't 100. Again, this isn't 100% walkthrough, and it's not a perfect run. But I'm not gonna make you guys sit there and watch me go through an area more than like once or twice. Oh, alright. Well, I guess that was a lie. It was a good thing we didn't have any souls on the line. We just leveled up. I think we had maybe like 1 level, which I'm not too worried about. I am of the mind that when you're sitting there watching a video and your streamer just does perfect, I think it's kind of boring, to be honest. Are you shitting me, dude? Like, what is going on here? Yeah, so I would love am entertained when when the streamer dies, you know, occasionally. It just goes to show like we're not robots, you know, and when you see us perform like those miracle runs, like that's both luck and skill running for us right there. Like ain't nobody gonna make that perfect run. Well, I mean, with enough practice, you can easily make that perfect run, but we're not on point like that. We can be though. Like I just gotta be more focused on what I'm doing and less on what I'm trying to say to you guys at the at the time. There we go. See? Get a sneak shot on him. Bring him back down here. Get out of here. There we go. That's how it should have gone the first time. I was too busy talking, so there we go. Oh, 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 yep, yep. Controller needs to stay on. Alright, so we got a path over here. We'll end up coming around and hitting that here in a minute. Do come around over here for your door switch. So that's going to unlock one side of these doors. And we'll need to hit the switch on the other side, but we're going to have to take the long way around.
Can you feel it?
I do not believe there's any like extra exits,
But it's down here. Energy.
but we're gonna look around just in case.
We need to find the source. Stop more of it escaping.
It's a long elevator ride. I think it's one of the longest elevator rides in the game. Yeah, we're just gonna skim right past the elevator comment there.
Defrona. What an unpleasant surprise.
Alright, so first off, we're gonna wrap over to this side here. Deal with these guys. Come talk to Defrona, actually. That should have been the first thing we did.
Phantom. Is that you in there? So you finally found a host body.
Oh, look. Karen's loyal little lapdog.
Meow. Hello, my sweet kitty.
Did he send you here to spy on us?
No, but I am here on Lord Charon's service.
Okay.
And I found the source of the disruption here. You see that circular device? That's where the energy is escaping from. Fascinating, isn't it? Drawing out energy from another world.
Alright, so at this point we would you could discuss all of these again. I'm not gonna do that here. We're kind of more focused on a walkthrough bit. Definitely go through every NPC's dialogue, exhaust all of their dialogue, guys. That's how these games work. We know this. Alright, so we're gonna continue to seep around the corner here real quick. In this room there's gonna be the one guy, and I do believe there's gonna be a couple of guys that pop out of over there. This is Dragon Tooth Warrior, I believe. Also would be a good idea to sit here and practice your parry timings and dodge timings with this guy, because this will be what your boss looks like. Boss of this level is Viper, and he's one of these guys. So he has very similar combos here. And I think that's the first or second time that we've seen. Actually, I think it's the first. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open this door. Hello, my sweet boy. There's gonna be a dragon tooth over here on the side, along with archers. I'd recommend you try and bring one of these guys out. Cat, dude. Dude, you need to go on down, go on. You're being distracting, and I'm trying to record content right now, bud. I love you, and I'll be with you in a moment. But you've caused me to die twice now, and that's not okay. All right. So once again. Sorry, it has been a minute since I've run through this level. I'll bring this guy out here. There we go. Nail this guy. Pick up your items. Gonna lead you back here for this soul item over here, and I do believe a chest or crystal around the corner here. Oh, no, I knew there was something back here. Looks like I was wrong, it's a dude. Alright, and that's all the items here in this area. I don't believe there's no way up in there. So coming up here, what you're gonna have to do is first you're gonna have to deal with these guys. You'll have a ranged battle here, dude. Alright, so this is the direction we have come from. Both stairways lead to the same area. I'm gonna recommend you come in here and deal with him first. Cat! There's gonna be another one over here. Aiming for that headshot, because that does the critical damage there. Come over here for a chest. Keep in mind it's going to be zombies, so if you've got that undead lantern, make sure you've got it equipped. If you weren't wondering, the Undead Hunter's Lantern. Having that equipped prevents any of these guys, these undead zombie type monsters, from coming back to life after you kill them, so you don't have to smack them an extra time. Without it, they will come back to life. Do watch out for that. Without it, they will come back to life after a set period of time, and then you will have to kill them again. Watch out for the big dude back here. Nothing around that corner there. Okay, so this is the direction we want to go, but for right now, we're going to have to come back this way. Sorry, I apologize. I got sidetracked by the room on this room on the side over here, and was like, oh wait. So what we want to do is we need to interact with these statues. Alright, so we want to make them all face inwards. So you gotta come over here, and I believe this one is 3 times, or this one is 4 times actually, I think. 1, 2, no it is 3. This one's 3, and that one I believe is 2. So you make that statue and this statue face inwards with the rest of the statues. That's going to cause this bridge to raise, which is going to allow us to proceed forward. Now you could tackle this either way. You can do the bridge first, or you can come in here and tackle the enemies so that you can just run through. It's your choice. From there, you'll be able to activate this switch and head down the ladder.
The device is still working. Mortal.
Now, one of these lamps up here will have one of your Lacrima crystals. I do remember that, your soul crystals. So do keep that in mind while you're going through this area. Keep peeping up there and see if you can see it. I'm not sure which one it is since I've already popped it. So you're gonna come around over here to the right. There should be a checkpoint right here. Excellent. Alright, now heading up the stairs, you can have an archer right there. You can have this dude. Just deal with them as we progress through. You can handle that either way. Now, this is the room where these pots are going to start exploding. If you notice, some of these spots have smoke or smoking. You can faintly see like a red charcoal emblem sitting in there. Those guys are going to explode on attack, and if you dodge near them. So what I'm going to recommend you do is take out this guy, because that guy right there is an archer, and he's going to make your life a pain in the butt. Now, just to show this off, see that? They explode. And they explode relatively quick, too. There you go. So, that would be my recommendation on tackling this. Descend down here for an item. Make sure you don't jump off the edge there. We're not quite ready for that. There is the lever right there, but that doesn't work at the moment. Back up the ladder, proceed down these stairs. There's going to be a couple of enemies around the corner down here. Specifically, you're going to have 2 archers up here. I'd recommend dealing with them from a distance at range in here. And how I like to tackle this is I'll come around here to the back. I'll make sure to walk so that we don't alert this guy to our presence. Nab that up like that. Waste him up. Suck up your soul item here. Get that soul tier stone. I would highly recommend you hold on to those once again. Those are going to be very useful to you later in the game on the tougher bosses. Especially depending on your weapon type. You may have... I know there was definitely a few bosses there that were a struggle for us because we were using greatsword. They wanted to stay at range. Now do be aware, these other pots, if you do catch fire and you dodge through these pots, they are full of water, so they will protect you. You'll have like a momentary buff. You have a momentary buff of water. We have... What is that? What is that indicating? There's a little bit of blue coming out from my lantern here, and it's for over there. Okay, so one last look around the room. We're good in here. We want to come up the ladder for a chest. This is where those archer guys were, but we took them out earlier, so we're gonna be good. There's not gonna be any cheese. Now there is gonna be another of the big lizards sitting around over here. There he is, right there. But if you're sneaky, you can hit him with a backstab, a blown up pot, and retain your iframes during the execution to not get hit by that pot, and that should off him in one go. Back around over here, we're gonna head up to the large stairs. Gonna find an elite enemy over here. It's another hammer war mace guy. Gonna go in for a sneak attack. Does a little bit of extra damage there. Oh, no, he didn't want to do the move. Alright, quit being such a bitch. Jeez, man. There you go. Finally hits the move. Jeez. There's the win. All right. That was wild. All right. Awesome. So, again, we have another one. You want to make the statues face each other. That's the gimmick here. So, I mean, I'm not against it. You know, I'll have you guys know that we did chop out about 3 deaths from that outside of that first one. I think it can be pretty entertaining to see your streamer die. Like, I mean, personally, I would like to see a little bit of struggle. You know, going through seeing a guy do a perfect run is cool and all. It's gonna lower up this bridge. Do not go on this side for that exact reason. Don't go that way. You can actually hop up through this side right here. Those will break, you will fall, you will die. So come up here for our second switch. Do be aware we've got undead enemies. Houston, undead enemies.
Ready, Ike? Kick the baby.
Don't kick the baby.
Kick the baby.
Ah, yep, kick the baby. that hit almost as he smacked me, dude. That was good. There we go. We're done playing. So come over here, grab your items. And then you're going to progress through this area over here. I believe we're heading off to the left here. I do believe, again, reminding y'all, check those crystals for that lacrima crystal up there. We did find all 3. I do not remember where it is, though. Wait a second. I'm sorry. I lied. We're going to want to come over this way. I apologize. I skimmed right past this area, didn't even see it. So you're gonna come down the stairs here. And fight the undead army. Get out of here with that. Your pew-pews are very annoying. Alright, and then you got this big guy over here.
Oh my god!
Oh my dear lord. Oh no, he wasted us. Damn. Oops. Alright, so now, with that being the case, we just wrap around over this way. Now we'll try this again. This time, not having too much fun with it. There we go. And that's how you handle that guy. Ah, let's go. Just knock him off the freaking edge right there for the win. Alright, up the ladder. We should be fairly close to our last switch as well. I have the treasure chest. I believe this one is also trapped. Oh, no, never mind. I lied. The traps may be RNG. I'm not 100% on that. I have no guarantee that what chests are trapped for me are going to also be trapped for you in your game. Alright, that should raise us up here.
Stop the energy escaping.
Perfect. I don't remember if this is Maluka. I think this is, I think this is the bandit guy. Anyway, this guy will take us back up the long elevator ride we had at the beginning. Perfect. Alright, we're coming through. This will hit our second switch over here. If you're quiet, you won't have to fight this guy again. You can just run around back here through the door, and you're gonna have your boss fight checkpoint. Now, I am always gonna attempt to do the first run of this boss in the Bard set, and then future runs we will not. I am going for the achievement of no summons on this one. We did try one out at one point, and so that bunked us on that achievement. So on this one, we will not be using any summons.
What is that powerful energy? The leader of the dragonkin, perhaps?
That energy I can sense. It feels like his mask. How can that be?
Here we go, guys. So there he is, in his glory. This was the first boss we really hit a wall with on our stream series on our first playthrough. Viper was definitely our first boss where we had to sit and really learn stuff.
Why do you look at me like that? Are you here to avenge his mark?
I was trying to heal.
You should have
Damn, bro.
control from the start.
Wild. Let me get that free damage in here, boy. Come at me. There we go. He just shanked him with himself with it. That looks really painful, I'm not gonna lie. How about he be over here like...
Oh my god!
Look at his pecs are fucking throbbing.
Power of his mark.
Let's go. So I'd highly recommend you just try and block through this, unless you can physically see where he's at. The stage is timed, so he will not stay like this. Let me in there, let me in there. There you go, there you go. Ooh, good hit, good hit. Let's go, let's get it, let's get it. There you go, with the shaftage at the end.
Oh my god!
Man, his first stage gave us more trouble than his second stage. That's wild.
For so long, this power had threatened the Empire. The power of Hismar, the Berserk Dragon. Fate chose us to be the ones to defeat him. Me and the great mage Ozma, my closest friend and comrade. We were loyal servants of the Emperor, but that loyalty was betrayed. The Emperor, the nobles who falsely accused me, especially Pavel, they will all pay one day.
The Mage Ozma, a traitor too. Yes. And did you hear what they did to him? Blinded and then executed. Just like a traitor deserves.
Ozma, my friend, I swear we will be avenged. Everything has been taken from me. Everything. This place, if there is a hell, then this is surely it. Emperor Pomeria, Pavel, you will both be dragged down here.
All right, fantastic. That's what we like to see, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, I mean, to be honest, I'll let you guys know it took us 3 attempts for his first phase, and then on our 4th attempt, we got it. You guys saw the first attempt. I cut the other 2 out. And then his second phase, like, we one-shot him, so let's go. I'm feeling like... Indeed.
That annoying scholar Defrona was right. That device isn't the reason for what's happening in the netherworld. We still need to find the cause of the disruption and stop it. Get ready, mortal. We have finished here, but there is still much to be done elsewhere. You see this? The restored energy here has opened up the realm of the living inside the crevice. We should explore it.
Perfect. All right, so we shall move back to the crevasse. Alrighty, and that is where I'm going to go ahead and end the episode, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you all smash that like button. If you guys are new around here, make sure you guys are subscribing up and tickle that bell.
I suppose that means I have to help you too.
I didn't know we were going to have dialogue. I apologize.
The realm of the living is now connected to the Embarks temple. It seems there's someone here who wants to meet you. By the authority given to me by Lord Charon, I have brought them into this realm of the living. I suppose that means I can also help others come here. You know about the red stones?
Alright, bet. And yeah, that's where we're going to go ahead and end off, guys. So, as I said, subscribe up, tickle that bell. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. It does help the channel. Mad love, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Stay spicy, keep smashing, y'all.